Hey everybody, Joe Misfit Glenn here. I see we got one person in. Let's see if we got sound. Can you hear me okay? Everybody hear me all right? All right, cool. It says Facebook user. I don't know who it is. We'll give it a little bit of time, let some folks come in, and then we'll get after it, okay? Uh-oh. Everybody says Facebook user at the moment, so I won't know your names, but that's okay. So I decided to take this out to my garage. So this is a whole new setup. I'm using my phone and everything. Just want to make sure everything goes pretty smooth. But as long as you guys can hear me and we're recording, we're good. Oh, Shane. Okay, I see you, Shane. Cool. What's up, bro? Scott. What's up? Pamela. What's up, girlfriend? Cool. Appreciate that, Scott. No, I can't see. It says Facebook user, Kels. What's up, Nikki? Thanks for showing up. Appreciate y'all. All right, so tonight I'm going to be taking this phone around and stuff. I'll be moving the tripod and whatnot. It'll get a little bit crazy. Hey, Facebook user, thank you for showing up, man. Appreciate you. What's up, Aaron? So we'll be covering. No, Scott, I will not be covering adding CO2 to your tent. That's above and beyond, brother, and you know it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let me see if I can get this turned sideways. All right. You guys can see this big old ball of mess, which is the tent, right? Okay. And so I'm going to try to bring things to you as we go, okay? Let me see. Yeah, I can't blame you, Scott. It is something I will get into eventually, just not tonight. All right, here we go. Okay, so obviously a tent comes with all these poles, and it comes with all these different attachments, right? It all comes with instructions. I put this thing together and many other tents together so many times I don't need the instructions anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what we got to be doing, okay? All right. So first things first, right? Gosh, let me get this up in my face. We have the corner piece. You got to have one of these little squeezy things. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, it fits in just like that. Too easy, right? And so now we're grabbing another one, just like that. Grab another end, like so. All right. Another end, make sure they're all lining up right. Everybody seeing me? Jeez, I'll probably be walking around and getting out of view. I'm sorry in advance. All right. Okay, y'all. So I got the bottom base together. It's just a square, right? All right, now I'm going to put you down here. All right. So right here is the bottom piece of the tent. And it just fits in there ever so gently and like a glove, right? Get all the pieces fit in there nice and tight. All right, let me bring my camera over here so you can see. Okay, so you guys can see it's just nice and tight in there, right? Uh-oh, let me get this right. Hold on. I can't see shit. There we go. Okay, so you guys see it's all in the bottom, right? Okay. This is going to be all kind of crazy. I apologize in advance, folks. Okay. Here we go. So now we have our poles like this, right? These things are convenient. They have little bungees in them. That way you don't ever lose the second piece, right? And so we take the second piece and we just fit it right up on in. Line up the holes, push the little pin, and set her in, just like that. All right, on to the next one. Okay. Third one. Got any questions? We're doing good? All right. All right, and on to the last one. Okay. So now we go back to doing the top piece, just like the bottom piece, same setup. Just going to be making a square. And these things are labeled with numbers too. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. There's a number on them, and like I said, so in the instruction manual, they'll tell you exactly what number to put with what number. Wiping the floor down. Well, let's just say this is a brand new tent. The floor shouldn't be dirty, but I mean, just get a wet cloth. Water's fine. You could use alcohol or any other cleaners if you so choose. But I like to clean up the areas before I even try to set up anything. And it says Facebook user, so I can't call out your name though. All right. All right. Okay, so here's the top. All right, folks, I'm gonna bring you in a little closer. So this is how I do the top because it can be a little awkward at times. Is in here, I'll just set this part on the top without squeezing the little thing, get them all set, and then pull them all down at a different time. So let me see if this works right for me. Okay, so we got the top on. All right. Now, it comes with these pieces too, which are supports for the top. We'll put them after we get the top on, okay? And we're gonna do that now. All right, so I'm gonna set you back so you can see the whole thing. We got any questions? Hey, Scott, I ain't that fucking short. You better quit. Turd burger. All right, here we go. All right, so this can get a little noisy and messy, but I say messy. Just, I don't know, you got to throw stuff around. Don't be laughing at me, Scott. All right, so I found the top. You can see it's a square just like the bottom. That'll kind of help pull it up so you don't bend anything. All right. Okay. So y'all see that's basically the shell. All right. Now I'm going to tighten up the outside. Let's see. Any other questions? All right, cool. We're going. Okay. Now we have our tent. Nice little 3x3 tent, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and put our supports in here. Come on with me. So you can do it two different ways. Two of these are real deep. One of them is not so deep, right? And so we're going to put this one on first. You got to kind of slide it in a little sideways. And it slides in. You guys see it? Cool. And now these are going to go in underneath of it. That's why they're a little longer. That way this piece doesn't mess with this piece. Okay? All right, so I centered everything up. Ready to rock and roll. Okay, so let's check some questions. And then we'll get on to the other little stuff that goes in there. Size of what? The tent, I think it's a 3x3. It may be a little bit over or under. It's not a 4x4, so it's just under a 4x4. If that helps. Let me see if we missed anything. Okay, I think we're good. Went back to the short people joke. Yes, and that's what I hang the lights on, and I'll show you that here in just a bit. Right? Okay, so we're going to get after, going to go with the extension cords. All right? So you're going to need some extension cords. Right? Because you got lights, you got fans, duct fans. So I have two small ones, and I have a large one that I'm going to go plug in right now. Let's see. I just put a little power supply out here to show you guys. Okay. So we got the power there. Now I'm going to run it into the tent. This is going to be my next phase, right? So you can see this part right here. Open this up. There's two of them, right? So you have two spots. So for me, I'm running this one in. These ones are going to have to go to the bottom because they're just not long enough. So this one goes up top to stay out of the way of everything. I go ahead and zip it all back up. All right. And then down here, I do the other one. All right. Both my cords in the hole. It's in the hole. Anybody name that movie? Name that movie. Okay. All right, so we got power. Now I'm going to be showing you guys some ducting stuff. All right. Okay, so this is my ducting fan setup right here. The one I'm going to be putting in today. is this little VivoSun inline duct fan. All right. And now I have the little, whatever, ducting that you would put on like a washer and dryer type or a dryer type thing, right? Okay. And it's Caddyshack. There it is. Good job, Facebook user. Caddyshack. Okay, so inline duct fan, I think this is like $12 to $15. I believe I got this at like a Atwoods or a farm tractor supply type deal, right? So this is the one I'm going to use because it works great, but it just runs straight. You can't like adjust anything unless you have timers, and we'll get to that in a minute. All right. You can also go pick yourself up some really, more expensive one, AC Infinity. It's got all the digital stuff. I have several of these. I have all kinds of exhaust fans. I just use this small one because this is my pollinating tent generally. And so I have one plant in there, and it's not really a big necessity to move a whole bunch of air at a time. Okay? So anyway, you guys can go big money or you can go real easy, cheap. Okay? And the cheap ones work just as good, I promise. All right. So we have our straps to hang our ducting. All right? You guys can put in a charcoal filter, right? We have these big charcoal filters with these dust covers. I use this if I'm pollinating a plant. So if there's pollen going in my plant or in my room, this is what's going to help me keep it down. It's going to help me keep it down. It's not going to keep it all down. I don't worry about the smells, which is what the carbon will do. The carbon takes out the smell that way your neighbors don't smell it. I love the smell, and ain't nobody can tell me otherwise around my place. Cool? And so I don't use these, but you can if you'd like to. And if you must, Okay, so I think we're good with the ducting. Now we're going to go set it up, okay? You got any questions on that? Okay, Chris, I see. Okay, cool. Okay, all right, so now we're going to set up the fan. Get you right there. Okay. So first off, we got our straps, right? They have these little, this phone sucks. Okay, right there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and come on in here. Right here is my exhaust where my tubing is going to come out. And so I'm going to hang my exhaust fan right here, okay? Go ahead and tighten it up to where I think I need to be. All right? And then number 2. Okay, on to the ducting. All right, everybody see me okay? Try to stay out your way. Notice how I started from both sides because of this cord. It'll be a real pain in the butt if you don't do this first. Well, I almost dropped it. See that? Okay. All right. So that looked like a monkey fucking a football, but we're good. Let's see if we got any questions. Yeah, it would have been, Scott. You see that? It almost went too, bro. Almost went. All right. So the ducting right up through the hole. Then I take my inner or outer, whichever you like. Pull it tight. Well, and then when it breaks, just throw that part away. Tighten that down, cinch it so you're not letting any air come in or whatever. That way you have a sealed unit. Okay? So now I'm going to take my power cord and I'm going to put it up above and out of the way. okay? Because remember, here's my power, right? So all this stuff's gonna get looped up top, so it's out of my way. You can even wrap it around and take up some extras if you like. Okay, ducting, the fan, everything's looking good. Go ahead and, well, no, we're not doing that just yet. Okay, so any questions on that? No? Okay, so let's go with this. Okay, timers. This is a timer from Walmart. It's probably $5. It's a manual one. Once you plug it in, it works. All right. And you can have the outlet or not outlet, right? These are so efficient, right? So I have it set on here to come on every 30 minutes and go off for 30 minutes. So it's 30 on, 30 off, all the way until it hits it hits 1. So I have this from 7 to 1, which is the 18 hours, right? Once it hits 1 o'clock, it goes every hour and a half. It comes on for a half an hour. Okay. That's just what I do with my fan. And with this particular one, this is just another manual one. This is for my lighting. And that is from 7 to 1, as you can see where, well, maybe you can't see. You can see the difference in the thing. 7 to 1. And so once I start these up, you got to adjust the time. Don't forget that, because if you don't, you're going to be coming on at some other weird times and you're not going to be prepared for it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this on for now. And we're going to say it's 7 o'clock right now. Come on. So there. Okay. Y'all hear the fan kicking? Yep. All right, so that's good. Now, I'm going to throw in the other one, which will be for my lights. All right? And I'm only going to have one light in there, but if you need two, get yourself a little bar, okay? And I'm going to show you how to put this up. Take yourself some zip ties, right? And hang it right to the crossbeam with the zip tie. That way there's nothing hanging down here in your way, and you can just plug all your multiple lights in, right? But since I only have one light, I'm only using one timer, okay? And I'm not wasting my zip ties. Last two I got. Okay, so we have, okay, now we're gonna do fans, all right? So you can go on Amazon and you can get, like, there's a box of 6 of these, and I don't know how much it was, maybe $40, but these are little 6-inch fans, right? These little fans come with a base or a clip, right? They come with both. You can pick which one you want. So I use a base on the bottom to move the air around the bottom, and I use this one up top to move the air up top, okay? And I'm going to show you what that's about, but I have one little tip for you that you guys need to see real quick. Hold on. Okay. So for me, I like to hang things in there, like, for instance, my hygrometer, okay? This tells me temperature and humidities, right? I'm going to show you how I hang mine, right? Because there's nothing there to hang it with, and I'm going to show you. Okay. 550 cord. Never leave home without it, folks. Never. This is the best stuff since sliced bread. 100-mile-an-hour tapes next. Okay. Sup, Josue? Nice to see you, bro. Okay, so I have a little loop here, right? And I need you guys to watch this without me tearing anything up. Okay, so here I'm just coming in, going around it, coming through the loop, tighten it up. And I'm going about halfway up, okay? Let me bring you back now so you can see about where I'm at. This is about halfway through the tent. Okay? Come around. I loop twice, or once, I guess I should say, not twice, but loop it again. This helps keep it a little bit more steady. Come around, do the same. One more loop. And then last but not least, a good, not too tight to bend your stuff, but just tight enough to hold stuff. And you'll understand here in just a second. Okay. So you guys can see it, right? You see my 550 cord? All right, and so on the back of these hygrometers, they got a little hook that you can hang stuff on, right? You see it? So get yourself a little paper clip, bend it up to fit in the back, right? Now I got my humidity at the middle of the tent. That's usually going to be the top of the canopy. The bottom will be about 2 to 3 degrees cooler, okay? The top will be about 2 degrees to 3 degrees hotter. That's just a happy medium, and that's how I do mine, okay? You can put another hygrometer on the bottom, but once you start getting more tents, you need to use them in other places. Let's see, light timers don't need the exact time. They just need to know when to turn up. That's correct. Absolutely, Scott. But for me, I know that when I wake up at 7:30, I need to go open my tent because it's now 80 degrees in there. I don't know, man. It's just one of those little things I have set up with myself. You could either use it or don't, but timers are always great, man, because I forget a lot of stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna go hang in some fans. Let me see this. Okay. Well, first off, we're not hanging this one, but it's just gonna go down here on the bottom. All right. Down there, remember my extension cord I had? Let me go ahead and plug in there. I'm gonna pull some space there. All right, and so this one will go up top. You can point it in any direction you want. You see? So now this one hangs up here. And I can move it to any side of the tent, any place in the tent if I want. I can even hang it off of this 550 cord if I'd like to, right? I've done that as well. So here, now I understand I would be making all this stuff look a little bit more pretty. But I'm just showing you that we have power. Now we have fans, right? Cool. All right, so that's what we got. We got our timers, right? We got a timer for our exhaust fan, timer for our light, a fan to blow air around up top because remember the lights are going to be up here, and then a fan to circulate air at the bottom. All right, any questions so far? No? Okay, so it's on to the light. Here we go. Okay, so lighting. These things are awesome. They're little clips that you can adjust and tighten your lights, okay? They got hooks on both ends. If you don't have these, go get some. They are absolutely, they're just awesome. And let me show you how I set them up. So I take this piece, right, that doesn't have the clicker, right? I take this piece and wrap it around the top. That way, if I need to lower my light, I just pull the little knob and then pull the light with it. Instead of reaching up higher, I got bad shoulders. And so that doesn't work so easy for me. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna hook these up and then we'll get to the light. Okay, there's that. Now, so what I have here is a Mars Hydro. Don't tell me. I don't want to tell you the numbers and stuff. I don't know. It's a 3000 or something. Anyway, it's a pretty nice light, and it fits perfectly in this thing. I think it's like $600, $700 light, whatever. Sorry, I don't know all the numbers for you, but yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna go put this sucker in here. It has a dimmable switch, and in here you can attach other lights to it. And back here, there's another thing for intensities, and you can adjust them all at the same time. It's pretty slick little deal. Okay. All right. Now for me, I can't handle all this hangy stuff. So I have myself zip ties. And although they're already zip tied once, I need to zip tie them again. Get in there. Well, that didn't work. Whatever. Okay. So there we have it. Now let me get my cord, power cord. We plug in. We move cords out of the way. And we plug. Yeah. Okay. Now we have light. We can adjust the intensities to super bright. That's like right there is like 2000 par right about here. Over at 25, it's like, I don't know, maybe 150, 200 down at the bottom. Anyway, it all matters, folks. Okay. So let's hear some questions. Yeah, pipe cleaners work good too. Scott, for holding all your wires together. Let me turn this down. What else we got, folks? Anything else you guys put into your tents that you'd want me to share? I don't necessarily go with anything else but a plant. Obviously, you know, if the fans aren't working, you'd add another, but that's about it. So let's see what y'all have to say. Disco balls. Hell yeah. You could do that. But yeah, once you get a plant in there and everything's kicking, man, it's a good feeling, guys. Really good feeling. But yeah, so let me just go back to it. Remember the light? That was easy setup. We got our ratchet straps. We know what to do with that. Our exhaust fans. That's like $12, $15 or whatever. Easy peasy. We got a fan to circulate air. Another fan to circulate air. And it was pretty simple to set up the tent itself. You know, I mean, obviously it's a little more work when, you know, when you get a bigger tents and whatnot. Oh, Scott's got a huge one. Yo-yos. What's that, Shane? Are you talking about like a real yo-yo? Yeah, I got several of them. I don't think you're talking about that though, bro. I don't have anything else to say about that, guys. It was too easy. However, I guess I do. You're going to need a couple of tools. You either need a screwdriver or, well, here's my screwdriver. The screwdriver or this, whatever the hell this thing, this open, whatever, for your, if you use, God Lord, I can't think right now. The hose clamps. You know, the hose clamps on the bottom, or that you would use for the ducting. That's the only time you'd use it. Your plants on the floor. I set them. I have a tray, and then I have something that keeps them off the floor about maybe 1.5 inches. That way for drainage and to keep, you know, if the floor is different temperatures, I don't want to mess with that. But I do put them on that, Jim. Hey, and Jim, man. Hey, guys, I wanted to tell you, man. This Jim gave me this idea about setting up this tent, and so good on you, Jim. Thanks for the idea, man. And I hope it helped you, bro. Is there anything else that I missed, man? Any other questions that you had, bro? And everybody else, if you have anything that you want to see, let me know, man. I'll try to come up with something. You know, I literally shut down my whole garage and worked on putting everything up today for this. Yeah, bit driver. There you go, Scott. Sorry, man. I had a brain fart on that one, man. I just couldn't figure it. Attached to the top of the tractor. Oh, I don't use that. No, man. Sorry, Shane. Besides lights, fans, exhaust stuff, etc. Yeah. If you were a little bit, oh no, that's Josue. Yeah, man. Like seriously, Amazon is your friend, bro. Amazon is your friend with all like fans and like little things that you would need for your tent, like hygrometers and stuff. You get a pack of these particular hygrometers for real cheap on Amazon, man. You know, and they're really good. You know, you have those other white ones that they come with lights and stuff. They suck so bad. Like you can put 10 of them up and they all have something different right in the same area. These ones are more accurate. I think they're like maybe $7 to $10 a piece. Hell yeah. I don't know if it's a stoner moment. More of a beat up old vet moment, bro. Yeah, man. I'm serious, man. Amazon. Just go hygrometer on Amazon or inline duct fans on Amazon. You know, VivoSun. I didn't even realize it was a VivoSun, but I know I got that from Amazon. And so I know we deal with VivoSun a lot. But yeah, I mean, maybe something like if you had little small plants, you want to put them on, say, a TV tray, you know, that stands up 3 foot to be closer to your lighting. I don't know what kind of lights y'all have, and that's, you know, that's just something on you. Now, as far as adjusting your lights, guys, I probably need to mention something. Your PAR does matter to your plants, and it matters from seedling all the way up to flower. You should really be looking into how much PAR your plant has, right? And so when you buy your light, most of the time in there, they will have a grid square that has, like, say, at 12 inches, at 18 inches, and 36 inches, and how much PAR that particular light that you have is putting off. And maybe you can help adjust yourself for your plants on that. And I hope that helped, because that's all I have. I have a PAR meter, so I don't necessarily have to mess with that. Matter of fact, Native has it at the moment. Otherwise, I'd be showing you guys. But other than that, if you guys don't have any other questions, man, we'll go ahead and send you all to the couch. I'll give you guys a few minutes to come up with that. All right. You're welcome, Jim. Good, man. I'm glad you appreciated it. Okay, guys. Well, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't be afraid to ask questions on this, okay? I'll come back, you know, just tag me, say, you know, at Joe Glenn, whatever, and I'll come in and I'll answer questions as best I can, okay? And yeah, Nikki, I mean, like I said, I've done these tents so many dang times. It's just like, it's too easy. But it really is too easy, I swear. Once you guys do it, you'll be like, oh, that was nothing. And I know you've already put a couple together, Nikki, so you feel it. Cool. All right, guys. I appreciate that, Scott. Okay. So since this is on my phone, I don't know how I'm going to make this happen, but okay. Until next time, y'all, I'm just going to go ahead and end it. Let's see. I'm waiting for the TDN collaboration. I'm good. Hey, I don't know when that'll ever happen, but we're down, man. I'm always down anyway. So let's get it going, guys. Hey, don't be afraid to mention ideas on the next shows, okay, guys? Please. I need help. All right. Till next time, y'all. Happy growing.